Good morning, children. Uh, how are you all doing today? Hmm? Long weekend. You got your results. I'm sure most of you, in fact, all of you, must have done well. Hmm? Congratulations to you all. Yeah. Now the weekend is over, and we need to focus on studies again. All right. So we're going to start a new lesson, which is true friends. Okay. So how many friends do you have? A lot of them, right? And do you help them when they need your help, or do you leave them alone? Hmm? You help them, don't you? I know you're all very good children, and I'm sure you help your friends when they need your help, right? You must always and every time try and help your friends, right? So today's story is about friendship. Okay, today's lesson is all about friendship. It's a story that happens in a forest. It's taken from Panchatantra. All right, a collection of stories, Indian stories, and all the stories in Panchatantra carry some kind of a moral value to them. All right, so today we are going to do one such lesson. All right, so the first one is the name of the lesson is True Friends. So as usual, I'll read out a paragraph, explain it to you, and then move ahead. All right. Okay. Once upon a time, four friends, namely a sparrow, a deer, a mouse, and a turtle, lived together in a forest. They were very good friends and always played and stayed with each other. So, once upon a time, there lived four friends in a jungle. And who were those four friends? A sparrow, a deer, a mouse, and a turtle. Alright? One day, while the four were playing near a pond, they saw a hunter with a big net coming towards them. One day, while they were playing near a pond, they saw a hunter coming towards them carrying a big net. Then animals became very scared and tried to think of ways to save themselves. The deer ran away to the nearby bushes to hide himself. The sparrow flew away to the highest branch of a neighboring tree, and the mouse hid himself in a small hole at the foot of a nearby tree. The turtle also tried to quickly move back into the pond, but since he walked slowly, the hunter caught and trapped him in his net. Alright, so one day while these four friends were playing near a pond, they saw a hunter coming towards them carrying a big net. Now, when the animals see a hunter, they obviously were afraid. So they were all scared, and they were trying to think of ways in which they could save themselves. Now the deer is very fast. I'm sure you heard about that, right? Deers run very fast. So the deer ran away to the nearby bushes, and the sparrow, they fly, right? The sparrow is a bird, so it flies. So what did it do? It flew to the highest branch of a neighboring tree. Okay, and the mouse is very small, and they always go into small holes and burrows and everything, right? So the mouse hid himself in a small hole at the foot. What do you mean by foot? Foot is a bottom of a nearby tree. The turtle also tried to quickly move back into the pond, but since he walked slowly, the hunter caught and trapped him. Now we all know turtle walks very slow, right? We all have read the story about hare and turtle, right? How the hare was very fast and the turtle was very slow, but at the end of the story, turtle wins because it was persistent. But here, um, all the friends were trying to save themselves, and the deer ran away, the sparrow flew away, the mouse hid himself, and the turtle also tried to go back to the pond as fast as it could. But since it is very slow, but since the turtles walk very slowly, what happened? The hunter caught the turtle and trapped him in his net. Okay? The sparrow, the deer, and the mouse were very troubled to see their friend trapped in the hunter's net. They quickly thought of a plan to save the turtle. Now, the sparrow, the deer, and the mouse were all the turtle's friends, right? Now they saw their friend trapped in the hunter's net and they were all very upset. They were all very worried about uh, the turtle. They quickly thought of a plan to save the turtle. Now they had to save their friend, right? So they thought of a plan. Now let's see what the plan was, right? The sparrow flew high up in the sky to locate where the hunter had gone. When he found the hunter, he told the deer, who ran quickly to overtake the hunter, taking care not to be seen by him. The deer went and lay down on the hunter's path, pretending to be dead. When the hunter saw the dead deer, he became very happy on seeing the big animal which he could take back instead of the small turtle. He dropped the trapped turtle on the ground and went towards the deer. Now they all wanted to save the turtle, so they all came up with a plan. Now, first of all, the sparrow, it flew high up in the sky and it located where the hunter was. Now, hunter had trapped the turtle, right? So, what did the sparrow do? It flew up in the sky and it located the hunter, and then it told the deer where the hunter was. Okay. Now, what did the deer do? Deer ran quickly to overtake is to cross someone very fast, right? I'm sure you must have traveled in by a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, and you must have overtaken somebody, right? To cross somebody at a speed is called overtaking. So now the deer, what did the deer do? He ran quickly to overtake the hunter, but it took care that the hunter didn't notice the deer overtaking him. Otherwise, he would know that it was fine, right? So what did the deer do? It overtook the hunter without taking care that he doesn't see the deer overtaking him. And then the deer goes on to the path in which the hunter was traveling and lays down on the ground, pretending to be dead. Now he crossed the hunter, he overtook the hunter, he went ahead and he went on to the path in which the hunter was traveling, and he laid there on the ground pretending to be dead. What do you mean by pretending? To act, to fake, right? He was not dead, he was acting as if he was dead. So he was acting as if he was dead, and when the hunter saw the deer, he was very happy to see a big animal, right? The deer is a very large animal compared to turtle or any other small animal, rabbit or turtle or whatever. Deer is compared to a large animal, right? So when he saw the dead deer, although the deer was not dead, but it was acting as if it was dead. So the hunter saw the deer and thought it was dead, and he was very happy to see the big animal which he could take back home instead of that small turtle that he had trapped. Okay, so he dropped the trapped turtle on the ground. Now the turtle was in the net. He dropped the turtle on the ground along with the net and went towards the deer. Okay. The mouse quickly went towards the turtle, cut the net with his sharp teeth and freed the turtle. The turtle and the mouse then quickly escaped from the place. What did the mouse do now? The mouse quickly went towards the turtle and cut the net with his sharp teeth. Mouse always have razor sharp teeth, right? They can bite into all. I'm sure you must have seen mice, bite into thick materials, right? They can chop off very thick materials. So he saw the mouse quickly went towards the turtle, cut the net with sharp teeth. The net was nothing for the mouse. It could easily cut it off with its sharp teeth. So what did he do? He went to the turtle and cut off the net with the sharp teeth and freed the turtle. Now the turtle and the mouse then quickly escaped. Escaped is ran away. They ran away, right? The hunter's attention was towards the dead deer. So they took the opportunity and they fled. So they quickly escaped from that place. As soon as the hunter reached the deer, it got up abruptly and ran away into the forest. The hunter was astonished. Feeling disappointed, he turned back to pick up the trapped turtle. However, to his surprise, the net had been cut and the turtle had escaped. Now, when after the mouse and the turtle escaped, and when the hunter was reaching the deer, right, as soon as he reached the deer, what did the deer do? It abruptly, what do you mean by abruptly? Suddenly, it got up suddenly and ran away into the forest. The hunter was astonished as surprised. Now he thought the deer was dead, so he approached the deer thinking he could carry it home. But when he reached the deer got up suddenly and it started running away into the forest. The hunter was extremely surprised. Now, because he feeling disappointed, he turned back to pick up the trapped turtle. Why was he feeling disappointed? Because he was hoping to take the large animal home, right? But instead it ran away. So he was feeling a little disappointed. He turned back to pick up the trapped turtle. However, to his surprise, the net had been cut and the turtle had escaped. Okay, so but when he turned to pick up the turtle, he was surprised to see that the net was cut and the turtle had also escaped. Now he didn't have the deer to take, nor did he have the turtle. All right. The hunter cursed his misfortune and went back home. The turtle thanked his friends for saving him, and the four friends lived happily together in the forest. So, the hunter cursed. Cursed is to use bad words, to speak in a bad language, and generally in anger. Okay. The hunter cursed his misfortune is bad luck. Okay. And went back home. The turtle thanked his friends for saving him, and the four friends lived happily together in the forest. Now, after this, the turtle thanked his friends for saving him, and the four of them lived happily together in the forest, like they were. Okay, so that was the lesson for you, and now we'll start off with the comprehension. Okay. Now match the words from the story with their meanings. Troubled. Troubled is disturbed. Neighboring, nearby, right? Disappointed is upset. Abruptly is suddenly. Misfortune, bad luck. Scared is afraid. Astonished is surprised. Trapped is caught. Now, where were the four friends? Who were the four friends? Where did they live? Who were the four friends? The four friends were the deer, the sparrow, the mouse, and the turtle. Where did they live? They lived in a forest. How did the sparrow, the deer, and the mouse save themselves from the hunter? The sparrow flew high to the highest branch in a nearby tree. The deer ran fast into the bushes. The mouse hid himself in a small hole, right? Why was the turtle caught by the hunter? Because he could not move fast, right? Although he tried his best to go back into the pond, he could not. So the hunter could catch him. Why was the hunter happy on seeing the dead deer? The hunter was happy. Why was the hunter happy? Because he thought he could take a large animal instead of the small turtle, right? He could take the large animal home instead of the small turtle. What did the mouse do to save the turtle? What did the mouse do? It bit off the net in which the turtle was trapped and saved the turtle, right? On the basis of your reading of the story, write the characteristics of the four friends and complete the following table. Now, sparrow is small, right? It can fly high, right? It flew to the highest branch to save itself, and it flew high to see where the hunter was. It was a loyal friend, right? It had sharp eyesight, right? It could actually see where the hunter was from up above in the sky, right? Mouse is small, it's pretty fast, it has razor sharp teeth with which it cut the net, and it is a loyal friend, right? The turtle is big, not as big as the deer, but compared to a mouse it is big, but when compared to deer it is small. All right, so it is big but the deer is large. All right, big, slow and loyal. All right, deer is large, very fast, an actor because it was pretending to be dead, right? So an actor, and it was also a loyal friend. All the four were loyal to each other. They valued their friendship, but they all had different characteristics. Now in this turtle thing, when you compare the size of the turtle with a mouse or a sparrow, it is big, but when you compare it with that of a deer, it is small. Okay, so ideally it would be small only, so you write small only here. Okay, it's a small animal, it's not a big animal, right? Now language. Now there are some spelling. These are very common mistakes that people do. All right, so we are going to circle the correct spellings here. Now pay attention to the spellings and learn them. All right. Swimming has double M. Most of the children write single M. Fortunate, it is fortunate, it is not fortunate. I've seen many children write fortunate as well. This is F-O-U-R is 4. It is fortunate, right? Branches, branches doesn't have double H in it, right? This is the correct spelling, B-R-A-N-C-H-E-S. Writing doesn't have double T, it has only one T in it. Okay, 80. This is not 80, this is T. The TH is th. This is 80, this is 80. Weather, weather spelling is W-E-A-T-H-E-R, not W-E-T-H-E-R. All right. Childhood, not childrenhood. Okay. Enemy, not enemy. You say enemy and you write enemy. It is enemy. Different. The stress is on F, not R. Okay. Different. Truly is U, not double O. All right. Now we've discussed countable and uncountable nouns in the previous lesson. If you remember, while teaching the lesson, I had mentioned countable and uncountable nouns to you in grammar lesson. Remember? What are countable nouns? Nouns that can be counted, right? And what are uncountable nouns? Nouns that cannot be counted. They may be measured, but they cannot be counted. Okay? So here is a list of nouns. You will have to segregate them. I've already done that for you. Sandwiches we can count. Number of cities we can count. Girls we can count. Stones we can count. Book we can count. Hen, sheep, story. Yes, we can count all of these. Water, can you count water? No. Right? Sugar? No. Truth, can you count truth? No. You cannot count truth, can you? Wood? No, you cannot count wood. You can measure wood, you can weigh wood, but you cannot count wood. All right. Beauty, can you count beauty? No. Laughter? No. Tea? No. Juice? No. So these are all uncountable nouns. All right. So now coming to articles again, we've already done the articles in the previous class. So this is kind of a revision to you again. So complete the following. What are articles? A, an and the are called articles. A and an are indefinite articles. The is definite article. So we've done our articles already, and a and an are indefinite articles, whereas the is the definite article. We have already done articles in the previous class, so I don't have to repeat the concepts again. You know what it is. We'll go ahead and complete the sentences now. All right. Complete the following sentences using a, an, and the. I would like to eat dash egg and dash banana for breakfast. Now, I would like to eat an egg. Why an egg? Because egg starts with E and also has a vowel sound, right? So, I would like to eat an egg and a banana. Why a banana? Because B is a consonant and you have a consonant sound as well, right? So, I would like to eat an egg and a banana for breakfast. The moon is hidden behind the clouds. We discussed that we use the before special nouns also, right? So, the moon is hidden behind the clouds, right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Is someone at the door, right? The sun rises in the east. We discussed special nouns and the directions. Directions also you use the, right? Please get me a pencil, a pen, an eraser and a ruler from the market. Alright? So, those are the articles for you. So, now coming to punctuation. Punctuate the following sentences using capital words, full stops, question marks, commas, exclamation marks, apostrophe, etc. wherever necessary. Okay. So, why aren't you eating the vegetables on your plate? Now, in this sentence, the first word, why, the first letter of that word should be a capital letter. Why? Because it is the beginning of the sentence, right? The W in the Y has to be capital. Now, in aren't, you'll have to use an apostrophe after N. That is, in between N and T, you use an apostrophe because that's a short form. Are not is aren't, right? So, why aren't you eating the vegetables on your plate? Now, this is a question. So, how does it end? With a question mark, right? Now, next. Again, in this sentence as well, the first word has to be, the first letter has to be capital. In whichever sentence, the first letter should always be a capital letter, right? You should always start the sentence with a capital letter. So, M is capital in my. My parents got me a train set, a pencil box, a school box, and a toy car for my birthday, right? So, the first letter, that is M, has to be capital, and after the train set you give a comma, and then after pencil box you give another comma, and then after birthday you give a full stop, right? Now the third one, again T has to be capital in the boy's shoelace isn't tied. You're talking about one particular boy, the boy's shoelace, right? You're not talking about plural boys here. You're talking about some boy's shoelace. So, it's a you use an apostrophe there, right? Whose shoelace is that? It's that boy's shoelace, isn't it? So, the boy's shoelace, you use an apostrophe in between Y and S, alright? The boy's shoelace isn't tied. You use an apostrophe between N and 2 again, in isn't. And after tied, you use a full stop, alright? Now fourth, congratulations, you have won the competition. Now congratulations, C capital, and after congratulations it's an exclamation mark, right? And you has to be capital because you have used an exclamation mark. So it's another sentence now. You have won the competition. You Y capital and then you use a full stop after the word competition. Alright. 5. Again, W capital in where? Where is your house? It's a question. So ends with a question mark. The Charminar is located in Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. So the T capital, Charminar. C capital, M capital. Alright. Is located in Hyderabad, H capital. Why? These are all proper nouns, right? Andhra Pradesh is the name of a state. It's also a proper noun. So A is capital and P is capital. Alright. Now 7. Wow. That's great news. Okay. Again, W. The first W in wow is capital. After wow you use an exclamation. And then that's great news. T is capital in that. After news, there's a full stop. And the full stop has gone a little higher, but there's a full stop. Alright. 8. When will you complete the project? W is capital in when. And you complete it with you end it with a question mark. Alright. So that's the punctuation for you. Now, pay attention to your punctuation, children. I have seen in your homework that most of you are not following punctuations. Now this time I have been lenient in your UT1. I haven't, deducted marks. I was quite liberal, okay, in my corrections. But next time I will be deducting marks for punctuation as well, for spellings as well. So be very, very careful while you're doing your paper. Okay, then later on don't come to me saying, ma'am, why did I score less? You have to be very careful while you're doing your paper. Punctuations are important, spellings are important. Alright? Without these, you'll not be able to learn the language properly. Okay? So now, after this comes the listen and tell. And for this, first we'll have to read this passage, after which we'll do this listen and tell section. Okay? Vacation time. Every year during vacations, I go to my village. My grandfather has a farmhouse in the village. There are many animals in the farmhouse, but I like rabbits the most. Me and my cousins play in the fields and eat fresh fruits from the trees. Grandfather also has some ducks and hens in the farmhouse. I have a lot of fun with all my cousins and look forward to going to the village on every vacation. Right? So this is the passage and we'll have to solve this. Listen carefully to the passage told by the teacher. Now I read out the passage. Remember, choose the correct options to answer the following questions. Where does the child go during vacations? He goes to his village, right? Which animal does the child like? He said he loves rabbits, right? The most. Where does the child play? He plays in the fields along with his cousins, right? Which birds does grandfather have in the farmhouse? Ducks and hens, right? So now, coming to be creative, this I want you to do it on your own. Complete the following story with the help of the given pictures. Now you can look at the pictures and you can write the story. There's half of the story is given here. There was a lion in a forest. He was old. He did not move around. Once he felt very tired. He fell asleep under a tree. A mouse living in the hole of the tree trunk was playing around. He ran over the lion. The lion woke up. Now you can fill up this space. Okay, you think about what must have happened after the lion woke up. Was he angry, or was he tired, or was he happy to see the mouse? It's up to you. It's your story. All right. The lion fell into now after that, after you write the missing part, then comes this part. The lion fell into a hunter's trap. He was caught in a strong net. The lion tried to free himself, but he could not. He cried for help, but no one came. Suddenly a mouse, and then there's another gap. So you will fill this as well. So now we will fill up the second gap as well, after suddenly a mouse, and then the ending of the story will be the lion thanked the mouse and said, you may be small, you may be a small mouse, but you have the heart of a lion. All right, so you try to fill these gaps on your own. You have to be creative in the writing, right? Think what must have happened. It's up to you. It's your story, how you decide to take it ahead. All right, complete this story. I want you to do it on your own. Okay, and then we have talk time, but since we cannot do talk time, we will do a paragraph of this. Describe your best friend, tell about his or her likes, dislikes, hobbies, favorite food, book, and so on. Okay, so it's about your best friend, or everything that you can think about your best friend. Just write a paragraph about your best friend, sorry, about his or her likes, dislikes, hobbies, favorite food, book, music, whatever comes to your mind about your best friend. Okay, write a short and sweet paragraph. I don't want a very lengthy paragraph about your friend. Just a small one is fine. Okay, but it cannot be less than 6 sentences. All right. Okay children, that is all for today now. Okay.